Jimmy Kimmel's late night show has been pulled by ABC after his comments about the killing of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Nexstar, which owns dozens of ABC affiliates, says Kimmel's remarks were offensive and insensitive. Kimmel's Monday night monologue also suggested Republicans were desperate to characterize the gunman as, quote, anything other than one of them, sparking backlash on social media and from the chairman of the Federal Communications Commission. ABC says Kimmel's removal is indefinite. He will be replaced by affiliate programming.
Well, Jimmy Kimmel was fired because he had bad ratings more than anything else, and he said a horrible thing about a great gentleman known as Charlie Kirk. And Jimmy Kimmel is not a talented person. He had very bad ratings, and they should have fired him a long time ago. So, you can call that free speech or not. He was fired for lack of talent.
Oh, man. Whether you like this man or not, you got to admit this man is hilarious. He's funny. Yeah, he's funny. Now, folks, I'm not laughing at the incident. Obviously, I'm not laughing at the incident. And obviously, I don't agree with Jimmy Kimmel being suspended, canceled, fired, however you want to label it. Freedom of speech, of course. We let that go, we're not going to have anything left. First Amendment. We have the right to express our opinions without government censorship. Now, do I agree with Jimmy Kimmel said? No, I don't. But he has the right to do that. If he chooses to go on his program and express himself in that way, he has the right to do that. Now, ABC has the right, if they feel like he went against a code of conduct or their policies, if they wanted to suspend him or let him go, that's their doing. They know what they'll tolerate and what they won't. But being pressured by the government or receiving a phone call to get this man off the air for what he said, I don't agree with that one bit. Because if it happens to Jimmy Kimmel, definitely can happen to you, or comedians or other entertainers, because that is what this is about. Freedom of speech, your right to express yourself, even if it's unpopular or offensive. You have that right, just as well as any company that you are employed by decides that it doesn't go with their code of conduct or their policies that they put in place, and they decided they want to suspend you, they no longer need your service. But we all know ABC wouldn't have done nothing about this if they didn't have no involvement, allegedly, from the government, a phone call, something enticing them and pressuring them to suspend Jimmy Kimmel. We all know that. Besides, these late night comics that's on TV, they do this every night. Say something on the edge. We've heard stuff worse than this before. Nothing was said, nobody's canceled, nobody's suspended. But allegedly, all of a sudden, Trump has a thing for Jimmy Kimmel. And they got stuff stating back. You've seen the clips stating back for years. He has this thing with Jimmy Kimmel. So if this is a personal attack, that's what makes this completely out of line and uncalled for. Because for some reason, I believe if Jimmy Kimmel did this about somebody else, not Charlie Kirk, I don't think nothing would have been said or done about it. That's my opinion. I believe that. So yes, a lot of people standing up, protesting, saying their piece. Because they understand we allow this to happen. We're going to be walking around, watching TV, going to events, listening to people closely. As soon as they say something out of line, you pointing the finger and say, okay, he needs to be canceled. He needs to lose his job. We need to silence him or her. I don't think anybody want to be under that kind of pressure. Maybe in other countries, but not here. Not here. So David Letterman, he definitely had his back. We're going to read this article, what David Letterman said the other day. I'm pretty sure everybody saw the clips, the videos, and heard what he had to say. We're just going to cover it real quick here. Then we're going to finish out the clips and send it out for Big Friday. All right? So let's go ahead and take care of it. Fellow talk show host David Letterman and Seth Meyers have Jimmy Kimmel's back. While appearing at the Atlantic Festival on September 18th, the former Late Show host expressed dismay over ABC's decision to indefinitely pull Jimmy Kimmel Live from the air following pressure from the FCC. "This is a misery," Letterman said. "In the world of somebody who is an authoritarian, maybe a dictatorship, sooner or later everyone is going to be touched." Sharing support for my good friend Kimmel, he continued, "I feel bad about this because we all see where this is going. Correct. It's managed media. It's no good. It's silly. It's ridiculous. And you can't go around firing somebody because you're fearful or trying to suck up to an authoritarian criminal administration in the Oval Office. That's just not how it works." Letterman also noted that during his years of hosting late night shows and regularly criticizing the current presidential administration, not once were we squeezed by anyone from any governmental agencies, let alone the dreaded FCC. There it is. David Letterman has spoken. And of course, all the late night show hosts are going to back each other, just like regular citizens. This goes for everybody. You let one person freedom of speech rights be threatened, it'll happen for everybody, sooner or later. This GDW, we're going to finish out the rest of the clips. Y'all enjoy y'all Big Friday. I'm out of here. Peace.
Tonight we've got Wanda Sykes, Jay Shetty, and Chef Christian Petroni.
That was Kimmel earlier in the day, promoting his Wednesday night show. Then around 7 p.m. came word that the show would not go on. Kimmel, in a plaid shirt, and his wife, who also works on the show, were seen leaving the studio. And that's his sidekick, Guillermo, getting in his car. The crew, looking shell-shocked, loaded equipment into trucks.
It's time for Celebrity Family Feud!
This is what the TV audience saw instead of Kimmel, a game show.
I was very excited to watch the show, but there was no explanation at all. I also find it really interesting that this happened right before the taping started. It didn't happen this morning. It didn't happen last night. It was like right before the taping started.
It's happening. Jimmy Kimmel has been muzzled and taken off the air by his network ABC, who are buckling to and trying to appease the Nexstar media conglomerate, who have a lot of affiliates, and they threaten to preempt him at the suggestion of the SEC chair. This is government censorship. This is the Trump administration coming after people who speak out against him. This is the end of it. If you have any concern or belief in real freedom or the Constitution and free speech, this is it. This is the deciding moment. This is what authoritarianism looks like right now. In this country, it's happening.
America is a less free place if late night comedians are not able to say and do what they want, to be able to satirize the American president, to be able to speak out about his conduct.
Jimmy Kimmel taking him off the air definitely because he spoke and he expressed an opinion is outrageous. It's unacceptable, and that's why everyone's here.
This is unprecedented. We are looking at an authoritarian government crackdown on free speech. Anything that they don't agree with, they are more than willing to use their power to ignore the First Amendment. It's unprecedented and it's extremely concerning, and that's why people are out here today, and they're going to continue to be protesting and demanding that society push back.
And moving forward,
they need to put Kimmel back on the air, and they need to start having a backbone, because if our media companies are going to fold on the First Amendment, this country is in trouble.